What's going on, everybody? It is I, Strix, back at it with more Marvel Snap, and today I'm playing my budget insurance deck. This is a deck that focuses on one-cost cards, but with a couple of little extra buffs in it, utilizing cards such as Kyra and the newest season card, Black Swan. Black Swan specifically ability is cards next turn, if they are one cost 0. Now, I think the obvious choice when you think of one cost cards would be to utilize with Thanos. However, I have this is my one cost deck normally, and I think perfect. It has cards such as Sunspot. It has the movement cards Iron Fist, Ghost Spider, and Human Torch. So there's a lot of utilization here. Not only that, I also have cards such as Beast that help to reduce costs. So the way I usually use this deck is basically being able to play a bunch of cards over and over again. So for example, Beast. Beast is one card similar to Black Swan that is able to return the card back to their hand, and next turn they turn to minus 1 cost. So I will say, as of the recording of this video specifically, Beast has been changed. So this was prior to the most recent update, I think February 6th, where now his ability, his old ability, based on this one, so it might be different, is it, his old ability was there was no time limit on the change. So if you play Beast, it returns the cards on that location to the hand and then gain minus 1 cost. Now, it does the same thing, but that cost reduction only lasts 1 turn, and that's kind of to balance out the way Black Swan is being played as well. So between Black Swan and Beast, there's still a lot of ways to utilize that. There's one of the main ways that I've seen, or that I like to implement at least, is utilizing the movement trio. I call them the movement trio, and you see them here: Iron Fist, Human Torch, and Ghost Spider. Utilizing being able to power up Human Torch as high as possible, because that's one of the higher cards there, and then being able to use them abilities again and again, while being cheap with cards like Falcon, Beast, Black Swan, those kinds of things. So that's the whole gist of the situation there. So in terms of Black Swan as a utilization card, the way I like to use Black Swan is actually within this deck is utilizing him with Sunspot along with those other cards, because Sunspot is a card that every unused energy you can put it into him. So if I'm able to reduce the cost of all my one cost cards, do those plays, and still have energy to give to Sunspot, that's the play. Oh god, that's a lot of explanation, but just wanted to point that out. That's how I've been using Black Swan lately. I haven't used her in the Thanos deck yet. I know that's kind of the intended idea behind it, but this is just one of the options that I did because in my deck, I love my low cost card deck because there's so many really good ones, and she's just a nice addition to some of the strategies I have there. So enough of that. Let's actually look and see what's going on here. Kyra, however her name, I'm gonna call her Kyra. Kyra. Really good card in this deck too, because it really protects my one cost investments such as Nebula, Sunspot, what's his name? Human Torch when he's in there. It really helps protect that there. So I got Black Swan going on. So Black Swan is able to reduce the cost of the cards in my hand. So now I'm still able to play all these cards. However, not only am I able to play them for basically nothing, all the extra energy is fed into Sunspot. That's the way I like to utilize those movements there. So let's see how I can pull that off. First, Ghost Spider. You're gonna pull Martyr into the vault, which is good. I'm gonna lock that down. And then Iron Fist, and I got Hawkeye. I love this version of Hawkeye, personally. One of my favorite. When I saw him in the shop, I was like, here we go. Swipe. I gotta grab him because he's such a cool version of him. I'm gonna return, and there's your boy Beast. Again, they did change Beast back to a 2-cost card, but his ability is a little bit nerfed. So he is a little bit more of a technical card to learn how to do. But in this video, he's still the 3-cost Beast, that just reduces the cost of the cards. So let's see if I'm able to pull out the win here. So here's Colleen. Okay, cool. I locked down the vault. I've taken over Titan, and I got enough energy to give it just a little bit extra boost on Sunspot. Bada bing. There it is. So between Beast, Black Swan, and Sunspot, there's a lot of ways to reduce the cost of playing my cards in order to help buff my investments. And I call this the budget insurance deck because I did have a budget beatdown deck before, and that was all like one cost, low cost cards. With the addition of Kyra, I don't know what you call her. With the addition of Kyra, it helps protect those very precious pieces to my puzzle there. So it's very key to these decks. For example, like Martyr. Martyr is a great card now. I mean, she was pretty good before. I didn't really like appreciate her, but I realized that she's really good for building priority. She's really good just to have as a one cost card. And if I'm really good at playing my cards right, her ability to fly to a place to make me lose is I've never seen it personally when I've played. So as long as I am either really losing or really winning, it doesn't really matter how I play her. So that's usually how it is. Here's Black Swan. Here, yeah, so Black Swan I have ready to play with the movement trio in my hand. So ideally, the next cards I would get would be Sunspot soon. But I did get Beast. So we're gonna use the move trio twice today. So first, here we go. I was going with a move situation here. I have Iron Fist, so we're doing the move trio. Human Torch gets pushed over because of Iron Fist, and will get pulled over thanks to Ghost Spider. So there she is, pulling him over. Shakao, and then following up with Beast brings them back to my hand with 0 cost. And so now I get to use that for free all over again. Again, this would be so much better if I had Sunspot on the field, which I don't. I end up drawing, what's his name? Hawkeye instead, but we're gonna work with it. So there we are. Now let's see here. What's the situation? Iron Fist, so we're doing the movement trio once again. Human Torch getting punched by Iron Fist. It gets doubled up. Ka-chow. And then we are pulling in back with Ghost Spider. Again, it's nice. It's just nice to have Kyra as like insurance. No Killmonger nonsense. No Shang-Chi nonsense. It's just nice to have hanging around, you know? All right, Kraven. Ooh, this might be. I think this is gonna be really dicey. Okay, I did win Big House. I did win La Chaguila. Let's see here. Human Torch gets doubled up. Dagger's ability now changed up. I forgot they updated her. Oh, I lost Shuri's Lab by 1. That could have been bad for me. Good thing I kept Beast in the Big House. That's the only reason I won that match for sure. All right, let's see here. Is that Sosag? Sosag. Let's go. All right, I got 3. I got 2 of the 3 for the movement trio. First thing up, like I said, Martyr. Martyr's really good early game, like literally for 1 for 5. And the best thing is that she doesn't have any of the horrible downsides that other lower cost cards have, like Ebony Maw or Titania even. Titania is interesting. Titania is a really interesting mechanic card, but it just doesn't seem like I guess a safe card to use, if I'm being honest. It's just one of those cards I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Alright, I was able to play the movement trio. Oh, and there's your boy, Beastie. We get to bring him back to the hand once again. Now, this is where I think that it would be good. Let's consider that, okay, maybe it's the new Beast, right? Being able to play that combination, right? And then being able to play it and then use, like, if I had another card like Falcon's great for bringing him back. Black Swan's great as well. Those are options. So see here, I actually wouldn't have, I would have played it right away because Beast's effect not only lasts 1 turn, the next turn. So, but at the same time, Elysium's on the field, so I don't really gotta care. And there's a lot of things to consider when playing these options. What I do is usually, if it's like a cost thing, I would really try to invest more in Sunspot because he's my hard hitter in a lot of areas. So that's the play there. Okay, Black Swan. Again, this one, Black Swan and Beast are kind of like null at this point because Elysium doesn't do anything here. And I wish that Falcon was here earlier, but you know, c'est la vie. That is the way it goes. Beggars can't be choosers in this point. All right, Iron Fist punches Human Torch, double up, and Ghost Spider pulls in Human Torch, double up. We love to see it, overpowering the Heck Dinosaur. There we go, the Heck T-Rex, if you will. All right, and then we get another a lot of Sentinels out here. Sentinels. I'm putting Sentinels down because they only cost 1, and that's a better use of my energy than giving it to Sunspot. You gotta be careful with using that money. You gotta be careful with managing points and seeing where would be the best and most efficient way to utilize. You know, it can't just be, oh, I'm gonna give everything to Sunspot. Well, if 1 energy gives 1 power to Sunspot, and I use 1 energy to get 3 power from Sentinel, which truly is the better option for me in that case. Those are things you gotta consider, things you gotta think about. So yeah, that's my deck. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center.